everyone. Thank you for watching Chef Diane Collins. We are going to be making a French style omelet. That's actually a technique. And then we're also going to be making some bacon fried rice. So let's get going. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bacon. I baked this off earlier this morning. There's a video on how to bake off your bacon. We're going to take our bacon, put our skillet on medium. We're going to be doing the fried rice first. All right, I'm just going to take my Cutco scissors and I'm going to cut my bacon into little bite-sized bits. If you want it chunkier, you can have chunkier. I just do bite-size. How many pieces of bacon are you using, Diane? I can't see. I'm going to use probably like 4, 5. Can you really go wrong? You can never have too much bacon. Okay, maybe 6. 6 pieces of bacon. So I'm going to just cut this. The reason I'm cutting it up is because I want it to crisp up and cook off some of this fat. It's also going to create grease in the pan that is going to be flavor for making this rice absolutely delicious, and it's going to make the rice crisp up. So I have my bacon in. I'm just going to spread it out in the pan, break up any chunks, and we are going to get this go. Turn it up a little bit higher with my hands, and we're going to let that go. What's this? This is brown rice that I cooked yesterday. This is, I think, 3 cups, 4 cups. I'm not going to use it all, but my brown rice from yesterday, and then I have a little bit of bacon grease that was from this bacon in case this is a little dry. Wait, 1 minute. I think somebody's here. Hey, sorry, I had to go check on Clara. She's barking. All right, so my bacon's starting to heat up. I'm going to turn this on high because my pan was cold. I'm going to turn it on high. All right, back to our rice. So this was just brown rice that I cooked off yesterday. I ate it with a little beans in a bowl. And then this is extra bacon grease. That was this grease from when I baked it in the oven. I just poured it into a container. I put a lid on this and keep it in the fridge, and then I use it anytime I'm gonna do green beans, something like this, maybe some potatoes. It just gives extra flavor. This will last in the fridge for about 2 weeks. Usually use it up by then. What else are we gonna put in our bacon fried rice? We're gonna put fresh parsley. We're gonna do some red pepper flakes. I'm gonna put that in now. And the reason I'm gonna put that in right now is because the heat is gonna start to open up those pepper bits, and it's really gonna flavor the rice. Then I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of garlic salt. Not too much salt. You can always add extra salt. Ooh, this is the powder. I'm gonna stir it up. I'm gonna get those spices warmed up. It's gonna bloom them. I'm gonna turn my heat down to medium. There's a couple pieces in here that are a little bit fatty. I'm gonna make sure I keep flipping those and get those crisp. You want everything to be crispy. Now the bacon really isn't producing any grease at this point, so we will end up using a little bit of that grease. Bacon fat, whatever you like to call it. Goodness, liquid gold. All right. All right, see it smoking? We want to turn it down. You don't want it to get too hot and burn. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pour my bacon into a bowl on the side. Claire's waiting. She can't wait for some to fall out. I'll let that cool down a little bit. I'm going to take a little of my grease. It's probably 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. Like I said, you can never go wrong. We're gonna make sure this is completely melted. If you have any bacon bits in there, make sure you pull them out because they're gonna continue cooking and they're gonna burn. And then you'll have a little bit of a burnt flavor, and you don't want that in your bacon fried rice. Okay, my grease is nice and melted. I'm gonna make sure it's hot. And then I'm gonna start scooping in my rice. How much rice? However much you want to use. I guess we are going to use all this. I need to feed my video guy today. Normally it's just for me and Neil. We have to have a little extra. Okay, when it's sizzling, that's what you want. That means it's going to be crisping up. If you don't have your fire hot enough, what's going to happen is the rice is going to sit in there, and then it's going to absorb the grease, and then it's going to get mushy. It's not going to get crispy delicious like you want it. So I'm going to pat this down. Now, we have to season every time we put something in. So we're gonna do a little bit more garlic salt. bit garlic powder. I'm gonna add a little bit more of my red pepper flakes because this is for Tan and I, and we like spicy. All right, good. I'm gonna do a little pepper. Done. Last bit. We're going to chop up, snip up. This is flat leaf parsley. Flat leaf parsley. How much are you putting in? I'm trying to make it green and pretty. I love parsley. It just adds another layer of flavor, so you can never go wrong. Don't worry, it was washed. All right, I'm gonna spread that out. I put my fire on low. I'm gonna crank it back up to medium because I want it to start to get crispy. This is gonna take about 2 to 3 minutes to get it crispy. Once it starts to brown, I'm gonna start turning and flipping inward so that the bits of crispiness go on the top, and I put new rice down onto the pan. So we are going to let this cook. We should try the bacon. It's so good. It's like candy deliciousness. Can't go wrong. Where I learned how to make this is in Guam. There was a restaurant called Linda's Cafe, and they would serve bacon fried rice with a fried egg on top, and it was amazing. So anytime we would go out, we'd always hit that place up late at night or early in the morning, and this is gold. You have to make this for your family. They're gonna love it. In Guam, they eat rice like crazy, so there's always extra rice. Of course, adding parsley, kind of gourmets it up a little bit. All right, we're gonna start flipping. Some of it's brown, some of it's not, but that's okay, because we are going to cook this in stages. I'd rather keep flipping it than it burn. Claire agrees. My fire is on medium. I'm gonna smooth it back down. I'm gonna take a little bit out. I'm gonna try it. Try a piece or two. I think it needs more garlic. So I'm gonna do garlic powder. You could put fresh garlic in here, but the problem with fresh garlic is it burns very quickly. So if we would have grated fresh garlic in there, it would already be burnt by now. So we definitely wanna wait and use that for something else. And use your powdered garlic. Okay, I'm flipping it to get that garlic incorporated. Red pepper flakes look good. Parsley's wilting. I'm gonna do a little bit more just regular black pepper. The key is always be flavoring every layer, every layer. That's what gives it the depth. All right, we're getting close. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and dump my bacon in. The reason we're putting it in now is because it would have gotten burnt. So we're dumping our bacon in, spreading it out, and then we're gonna flip one more time, going in to the center, pulling the rice back to the edge of the pan so that you get more rice directly onto the pan. Oh, that looks good. It smells good too. All right, this is pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. I am going to set it aside, and then what we're gonna get ready for is doing our French style omelets. What makes them French? Well, it's a technique. So I have my eggs. I'm just gonna use my same dish that I had my bacon in. There's no reason to get a clean one. And I'm gonna do 2 eggs. And we're gonna basically use herbs. Need a new pan. All right, got my pan. I can either use oil or I can use bacon grease. So I might as well use a little bit of oil because I want it to be a clean looking omelet. All right, I'm gonna turn this on to medium. This is very important that you let this pan get hot. You don't want to start any kind of scrambled eggs in a cold pan or it will stick. So you're gonna crack your eggs. This is my composter here. Get your handy dandy fork. And you're gonna whisk your eggs. Diane, my mom always puts milk in there. No, don't put milk in there. That's what makes them runny, and that's what makes them like ooze after you put them on the plate and water kind of oozes out. That's the milk. Don't put milk. You just want to use the straight egg. So I'm going to whisk it. I want to get enough air in there that they get light and fluffy. What are we going to put in the omelet? You can put anything that you want in there. You could do mushrooms, green peppers, regular onions. We're going to go classic French and we're going to just do herbs. So I went outside in the garden and I picked green onion, parsley, thyme, oregano, and basil. Are we going to use all of those? I don't know. Maybe. See how we feel. See how many get in there. Okay. You just want it to get nice and fluffy. There's a couple little bacon bits in there, which is totally fine. You need a spatula. I use a Pampered Chef spatula that has this scoop. See the scoop? These are awesome because you can put them on your pan and they don't melt. That's why I like them. All right, my fire is getting this pan really hot. My oil is sliding around. When you put the eggs in there, you want to make sure you hear it sizzle. I heard it sizzle. That's a good thing. I'm going to get all my egg out. All right. It's already starting to bubble up along the side. That's what you want. You want to keep your fire on medium. You want to make sure it's centered over the burner. And then you're going to take your spatula and you're going to pull it in. And then you're going to tip your pan backwards. You're going to pull it and let the egg go to where the pan void is. Just going to keep pulling. Spin this around. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. You're going to keep pulling it to the center and tipping your pan to get all of the liquid. Once it's almost done, you can flip it. I put the runny side down. I don't like runny eggs, but I don't like them dry. I'm gonna turn my heat off. Now I'm gonna put some fresh herbs. So I'm gonna do parsley and green onion. I'm gonna pull it off the heat a little bit because I don't want it to get too brown. I'm gonna put my fresh herbs. I'm gonna pepper. I'm gonna salt just a little bit. I don't want too much because I'm gonna make one with cheese. This is for Tan. He likes cheese. So we're gonna put the cheese on. And then we're gonna take it and we're gonna fold it over. It's gonna warm up all those herbs and it's gonna melt that cheese. Again, my fire is off and it's off the heat. I'm gonna do a little bit more herbs on the top. A little bit more cheese. Give him a little flat leaf parsley. Spice him up. And I know he likes spicy, so I'm actually gonna get some red pepper flakes and do a little red pepper flake on the top, and he is done. So now we're gonna plate. Where's my spatula? So we're just going to slide it right out onto the plate. That looks delicious. So good. We're gonna give him a little bit of fried rice. I let my fried rice sit in the pan, so now it got even crispier on the bottom. I'm gonna fold it in because my pan is still hot. And I'm gonna put a little fried rice on here for him. He's gonna be so happy. Done. Give me a little green onion. Do a little fresh herb on the top. Make it look fresh and delicious. I'm gonna pepper one more time. And we are done. That took less than 20 minutes. All right, so there you have a French style omelet with bacon fried rice for dinner.
Nice.
How was that?
That was good.